Jake, your last video inspired me to get a guest for today's show. Bye, Jake. Bieber fever aside, I wanted to answer your question. You asked me who my favorite digital girl was, and I had to think about it for a while. And I'm thinking that my answer has to be Lady Sylvanas. For those of you who don't know, Lady Sylvanas is from the video game World of Warcraft. Jake, I don't know about you. Actually, I do know about you. But if you're like me, then you, growing up, played a lot of World of Warcraft as well. And as a matter of fact, you're the one who actually got me into the game. Remember this bad boy, Jake? Yes, I actually do still have it. I did have to look for it a bit, though. I bought that computer from you for $200, and I remember distinctly that you had preset a character on my World of Warcraft account. The character just happened to be a female troll with the name of my ex-girlfriend. Don't think I forgot that. It was the year of the release of the Burning Crusade, and you had finally talked me into giving it a try. And boy, was I excited. When I first walked into World of Warcraft, I had no idea what to expect. All I knew was I had to get to level 70 as soon as I possibly could so that I could play with you. So I created my very first character, a dwarf warrior, and I took off. And boy, was it slow going. I really did enjoy the game, but I'll tell you what, when I first stepped foot into that world, I was lost. They don't call it massive for nothing. Back then, I didn't really watch any YouTube videos, and I certainly didn't have any sort of book to go by, so I just kind of picked a direction and went. I will say this, though. You really do remember your first character, and I remember a lot of things that happened on my journey to level 60. Yes, I said level 60. I did not go all the way to 70 with this character. However, on the way, I did make a friend, and she was very, very helpful with the game. Come to think of it, I'm not even sure that I was in your guild leveling up. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that your guild actually required everybody to be level 60 or higher in order to get in. So there I was, a little dwarf warrior, making my way through the World of Warcraft, and helped only by this one friend that I made along the way, who was able to tell me a lot of things, like, for example, where to get a larger bag. Trying to save up enough money to get my first mount in the game was a pain. But it was also very rewarding. I hit level 58 and I headed straight to Outlands, continuing on my way to level up to get into your guild. However, by the time that I hit about 63 in the Hellfire Ramparts, I realized I had no idea what I was doing tanking. I don't think I have to tell you that I failed absolutely miserably. And that was the end. My dwarf warrior, done. Deleted. Instantly. And of course, I really regret that now. So my first ever character created on World of Warcraft that I got to level 63 is gone forever, and I will never see him again. Washing that bad taste out of my mouth, I had heard that one of the better characters to play was a mage, because you didn't have to worry about tanking or running a dungeon, and all you had to do was stand back, press some buttons, and watch things melt. So of course I decided to make myself a mage character. And as I was leveling up through Westfall, I met a gnome mage. We partied up and quested together for a while, and I realized that I was typing to him, but he wasn't really typing back to me a lot. So I asked him why he wasn't talking to me. He told me that he was in a thing called TeamSpeak, and he was talking with the rest of his guild through voice chat. TeamSpeak? What's TeamSpeak? So I asked him what TeamSpeak was, and he said that I couldn't come in unless I was part of the guild. Of course, being guildless, I said, "Alright, I'll join your guild." So I joined the guild, downloaded TeamSpeak, and logged in. And what an experience that was. As you may know, Jake, I was homeschooled growing up, so I didn't have a whole lot of socialization. The one thing I will never forget about World of Warcraft is that I learned so much in the ways of socialization on that game. When I first started playing, I was the kind of person who would talk all the time about everything I was doing, and I would just non-stop flood TeamSpeak with my nonsense. Over time, it eventually got old, and I was pulled aside by the leader of the guild to be talked to. So the guild leader pulled me aside and talked to me about it, and it was through these sort of lessons that I was learning on World of Warcraft that helped me become a better and more socialized person in real life. It was also about this time when I realized that you had already hit max level and quit the game, and weren't coming back anytime soon. To this day, I still don't think we've played WoW together. I know that doesn't answer your question about who my favorite digital girl is, but I hope that it does sort of answer the question of why a digital medium was responsible for kind of who I am right now. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, and I completely forgot to, is that right now, as of this recording, we have over 21 subscribers already, and I think that is awesome. I just want to say thank you so much to you subscribers, and for those of you who have already left comments in the videos below. It really does mean a lot to us, and I would love for any of you who have yet to leave a comment and yet to reach out to us to be a part of this conversation. So Jake, have you had any life-altering lessons learned in video games? Let me know, and until next time, you'll be fine. Probably. He's wearing golden shoes.